Hey everyone, I have just received this little thing. Let's find out exactly what it is. I'm the old nerf guy, welcome to that. Yes, obviously this is some kind of blaster, which is a replica of a real thing. Replica of an MP9. I'm not usually into replica, but this one looked interesting, but we're not even sure. When it was announced, it was more like a small, cheap AEG. Apparently some received it was a flywheeler, so let's find out exactly what this thing is. And I got a bit of a word for this thing because I'm surprised it made its way into my hand since it's a replica. Okay, this little MP9 Blaster, you know me, I like to read those books when we receive them, and this one is quite alarming. Weapon introduction. MP9 microacoustic submachine gun is a short barrel recoil weapon with a caliber of 9mm. No, this is 13 with the dart. And a silencer. No, there is not. Weird description for a dart blaster. We have goggles, some 20 dart of some kind, and the blaster itself, which says Elite Exclusive. Okay, let's open that thing, see what it... Oh, everything is wrapped up. Color looks nice, and the box got some weight to it. Okay, those are not FVJs, but let's say in between regular dart and FVJ, so let's not use those other than for plinking. Regular safety glass, maybe some other guinea pig for some test. Oh, it's all wrapped in those nice waxy bag. Okay, this is the fake red dot sight. Oh, a laser with a Picatinny on it. If that thing is any good, I might keep it. Got some weight to it, so for now, for once, it's not something super light. Okay, this might be, yeah, exactly. Oh, substantial size battery. What's that, 7.4 volts. Okay, this is, don't even know if it's LiPo or an IMA. It's Li-ion. Okay, that's a Li-ion battery. The magazine itself. Oh, there is something else here. Foregrip. This is one of those quick release, kind of cheap foregrip, but cheap accessories. Regular thing for Chinese blaster. No way. I'm gonna talk a bit more about this blaster itself, but ooh, this magazine looks rather decent. Really. Maybe not sure about the top curve, but it looks decent. I'm gonna talk to you about those grooves here. But if I remember correctly in the picture, I saw those were on the Real Steel magazine for the MP9. And the MP9 Blaster itself. Okay, nice plastic, nice shell, quite sturdy. And it is a micro flywheeler. Kinda disappointed. Yeah, we see the micro flywheel right here. Some kind of automatic pusher, which I hope is rather fast. Okay, it is just friction fit there. Is there any hope for this stuff? It's not as wobbly. Okay, from side to side it is, but on this way it's not as wobbly as I would have expected. And it is rather long. Okay, I don't completely hate this stock. So in that box we had some safety goggles. Not sure they are that safe, but safety goggles. We had the blaster itself, the magazine, 20 semi-hard tip dart, battery and charger for the blaster, which I'm gonna need to charge, I am pretty sure, and some little fake optic, plus a small laser sight with a Picatinny on it, and a quick release foregrip for whatever reason. First thing was really hoping for a small AEG, but now I knew I saw an Allen key somewhere. Yep, inside one of those little bags, which is going to be the Allen key for the battery tree. Let's check if there is any charge in that battery. Relatively simple to open. Is there any charge whatsoever in that battery? Okay, that thing spins. We're gonna try it like that. Let me try and reclose that battery tray. Right off the bat, I can tell you there's gonna be some mud to be done somewhere here because the battery barely fit with the wire inside of this blaster. I'm gonna attempt to slightly reclose this screw. Little jam door. And it's a real two-stage trigger here on this blaster. So okay, might have some potential. Remind me of the Woozy clone a lot with the small silhouette. Let's try the blaster itself with what I have, regular dart, not really the best for flywheeler, but we're gonna try them anyway. Okay, let's try that thing. This thing is just spewing dart. Maybe it's just my dart that are not good. For that, I should be better with maybe Adventure Force Waffle. Something look off. Let's try with the included dart. Okay, let's do a small chrono test. One little thing I want to address before we go to the chrono test. I understand this is a replica. Therefore, I don't understand why it came all the way to me, because do a research, you will see this is very, very close of being a 1-1 copy of the actual MP9. I mean, even that little bulges for the motors are into the original real steel equivalent. My concern here is I have some parcel waiting for inspection, which are ZWQ Metal, CNC Viper, and a couple other things. They are waiting, and they will probably open them and check them, and I don't even know if I'm ever gonna receive those parcels because they are not replica, but they are imitation, which is another category in Canada. I mean, imitation are fully legal. I mean, it's not, the Viper is not a 1-1 copy of an actual firearm, but this one is. But my problem is, it was open at custom. This one was open at custom before it get here. And with the description on that box, almost telling us this is a real weapon that's inside the box, I don't understand how this thing traveled from China to me in 5 days Yes, 5 days. Being open at custom, and I already have it in my hand, while some blasters sent to me for review, like my CNC Viper, are still over there waiting. That's kind of a big question. My concern with the replica is if you ever painted black or real steel color, it might be mistaken for the real deal, because even those grooves on the magazine, do your research, they are on the original MP9 magazine. Okay, let's do a small chrono test on that MP9 Blaster. I find myself some elite style Chinese dart to put inside that thing because it doesn't like regular half dart. Let's try that thing. For whatever reason, like all flywheeler, I got weird number. Ignore the 200. This blaster shoot in the 40, 45. Let me try to do a single fire shot with this blaster because this is whack. This thing is not shooting 150. For whatever reason, my chronograph doesn't want to read that thing properly. So let's face it, this thing shoots under 50 FPS. This is impossible that this thing shoot at those number. Well, this MP9. Let's start with the goods. I mean, we have a okay, pretty sturdy shell. It is fully automatic. There is a 2-stage trigger, and the magazine, while being of very good quality, can't seem to hold more than 12 dart because of the tension on the spring. The accessories are pretty average for Chinese blaster, and that is pretty much it. Now let's go on the less good thing with this blaster. First, this weird stock. I mean, from side to side it's crazy. If you twist it, you don't even want to know. I don't even want to fully test it, but I think I'm just going to remove it. This thing can be useful, but you see the flex with a finger on it. It's pretty crazy. The flywheel are rather small even for micro flywheel. The motors seems rather weak. When you got micro flywheel like that, you need to spin a lot more faster, and this spins more like what you would expect from big wheel like in a Strife or a regular flywheeler. The 2-stage trigger kind of work well, meaning there is a way to really check your fire and do some single fire shot. Sometimes you got double. Let me just put that step away from now. But the problem is there is no FPS, there is no power. Those motors are so weak. And fun fact, the battery inside of this thing, this huge battery, this exact shape of the battery, if you cut the wire and cut every corner off, it's the exact shape of that hole to put the battery, which doesn't help with closing the door. That thing barely fit in. I ended up using a battery pack from a different Chinese blaster that had the same spec but was much smaller to fit into this. The rate of fire is okay, but since you have no firepower, I didn't even do a fire test because the dart wouldn't have made it to the target. I mean, this is meh, to say the least. In the end, that MP9 quality seems there when you got it in hand, but it's not worth the money. I mean, unless I do a lot of work inside there, I will have to check the size of the motor. I will have to check if I can put maybe a pair of fine revamp inside that thing, if I can, or some micro flywheel motor. But this thing tries really hard to be a Nightingale clone or an equivalent to that thing, and it is not. I mean, the pusher, I'm not sure it goes quite far enough to fully engage the dart in the flywheel, because the spacing is quite big between the flywheel and the magazine inside of this blaster. And those motor like sound top off very quick. There's nothing we can output more out of that thing, maybe with a better battery, but I will be afraid to burn those motor. I will open the thing and try to install better motor inside and check if I can change the flywheel, maybe. Then we're going to see, because for the rest, it's kind of nice. I'm pretty sure with maybe a 9.6 volt battery or something or other and better motor, I could achieve something decent with it. But in its stock form, if you don't plan to mod it, I would say it's a pass for me. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at thatoldnerfguy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.